Today, my budding geniuses, we are going to read Dave's Down to Earth Rock Shop, read by me, a kind Anna. And this book is recommended for readers and mathematicians that are 7 and older. A package for Josh arrived in the mail. It was from Uncle Nick. Uncle Nick is always sending me cool things, Josh told his best friend Amy. He gently shook the box. Something rattled around inside. Maybe it's a marble or a button, Josh said. Josh collected buttons with funny sayings on them, and marbles too. He collected comics and baseball cards. In fact, he had the biggest baseball card collection on the block. Josh ripped open the package. It's a rock, he announced. Why would your uncle send you a rock? Amy asked. I don't know, Josh answered. He looked into the box again. Maybe he'd missed something. There was a note from Uncle Nick. It said, "This is a rock from my trip to Hawaii. You're such a great collector. I thought you might want to try collecting something new." Rocks are everywhere, said Josh. Why would anyone want to collect them? Maybe it's a special rock, said Amy. But the rock didn't look very special. It wasn't shiny or pretty. It was just a dull gray rock. Let's take it over to Dave's rock shop, Amy suggested. I bet Dave can tell us something about it. Josh and Amy hopped on their bikes. When they got to the rock shop, they saw all kinds of rocks on display in the window. Some were small, some were medium sized, and some were really big. How do you like my display? A voice asked. Josh and Amy turned to see Dave. It's great, Josh answered. Why are all the rocks in different piles? Amy asked. I collect rocks, and then I organize them in different ways. Dave answered, these rocks are grouped by size. Inside Dave's shop, Josh and Amy looked around. Wow, said Josh, you really like rocks, huh? Rocks are remarkable, answered Dave. They can tell us amazing things, like how the earth was formed and what kinds of plants and animals lived here long ago. What about my rock? Josh asked. He held it out for Dave to see. Remarkable, Dave cried. Can you tell us what kind of rock it is? Amy asked. Of course, Dave answered. This rock came out of a volcano. It's called basalt. This book can tell you all about it. After their trip to Dave's shop, Josh and Amy started picking up rocks wherever they went. When they had a small pile, they decided to go back and see Dave. They stopped at the window again. It was totally different. Now, all the rocks were grouped by color. How do you like my new display? Dave asked. Really cool, Josh answered. I never knew rocks were so colorful, Amy said. Rocks are made up of minerals, Dave explained. The minerals are what make the rocks different colors. There are so many colors, it's hard work deciding which group each rock belongs to. Inside the shop, there were even more rocks than before. We've been collecting more rocks too, Josh said. Dave carefully examined each one. Remarkable, Dave said, pointing to some strange outlines on the rocks. These are called fossils. Your book will tell you all about them. Fossils are clues to the Earth's past. Clues? Does that mean we're kind of like rock detectives? Asked Amy. Yes, Dave said. In a way, it does. Soon, Josh forgot all about his other collections. He and Amy spent all their extra time looking for rocks. They looked for rocks in the park and in the creek behind Josh's house. Josh picked up some ocean rocks when he went to the beach with his family. Wow, quartz, pebbles, and quartz conglomerates. Pretty stones. Amy picked up some mountain rocks when she went camping with her aunt. Look, Pete and Shits. Uncle Nick sent another rock from his trip to the Grand Canyon. Cool rock for Josh, straight from the canyon. Every Saturday, Josh and Amy rode their bikes to Dave's shop. They helped Dave sort through his piles of rocks, and he told them things about the rocks they had found. One Saturday, the shop window was different again. Josh and Amy saw that the rocks were divided into three groups. Each group had a sign over it. How do you like my new display? Dave asked. It's very scientific, Amy answered. We'll have to look in the rock book to see what all those names mean. As they helped Dave, Josh started thinking about their collection. We have so many rocks now. I think we should put them in groups like Dave does, he said. We could group our rocks by size, Amy said, or maybe by color or type. There are a lot of different ways to group rocks, said Dave. One way is to group them by how hard they are. Aren't all rocks hard? Josh asked. Some rocks are harder than others, Dave said. Your book will explain it to you. It took Josh and Amy a week, but finally they sorted their whole collection by how hard the rocks were. Then they found a big box and divided it into five different sections. They carefully put all their rocks into the sections and labeled each one. When everything was ready, Josh and Amy carried the box to Dave's shop. They couldn't wait to show Dave how they had organized their rocks, but Dave wasn't there. Josh and Amy waited all afternoon, but Dave never showed up. Finally, they figured out a way to leave their collection inside for Dave to see when he got back. The next morning, Josh and Amy rushed over to Dave's shop. They stopped in front of the window to see if Dave had made a new display after his day of rock hunting. They couldn't believe what they saw. All of Dave's rocks had been taken away. The only thing in the window was their very own collection. Just then, Dave popped out of the shop. Here are my new rock experts, he cheered. How do you like the new display? Josh and Amy looked at each other and laughed. Remarkable, they shouted. The end. Please check out more Math Start books at www.mathstart.net and check out oyemilearning.com for math lessons. Happy reading today!